And frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibson.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brissett. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. So the completion good for On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 44 yards. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have. Simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 40 yards. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough to fix it. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 7-7, our score after 1.
No score zone right here. No score zone.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack has gotten him down here, but now when you start to lean on that running game, that's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns have taken the lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive as they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
From the 22, Watson. incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching.
Following the incompletion on second down. Now Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
Watson on first down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Second players drive coming up. A long way to go on third down. They run it again with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. Back deep, Alex Erickson. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now Wentz completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Wentz now on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here we go on 4th. Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Watson now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. To throw again on second down. Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Go.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away.
do better than this. Let's go home.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Now a first down throw, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the red zone now, Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies and their legs.
Calling the game of the yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Chubb again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Taken at the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. So first and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On fourth down, Watson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Watson looks to throw again. And he'll just get rid of it. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw here.
Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been a
touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones from 4 yards out.
And the Browns have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that part.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13, and he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
On 4th down, Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Wentz. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final go?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Throwing on first is Wentz. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On first down, Wentz. And this one too low.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Wentz to throw again. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing now, Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions from that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
Well, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.